Las Vegas storm drains, Nevada. Deep in the North American soil, there are some secret places that the general public has very limited knowledge about. Some of them are built for war preparations, some for scientific research, and some for storing goods. There is a huge tunnel just below the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. It is believed that these tunnels were originally built to control flash floods. This network of tunnels, which stretches for more than 600 miles, works to drain rainwater from the city. However, these dark tunnels have now become a shelter for more than 1,000 homeless people. They live here to escape the scorching heat and police surveillance. They have built their own small houses here permanently with wood, blankets, and various items found at hand. Camp Hero, Montauk, New York. Many of you have heard that Camp Hero is an old military base located at the very end of Long Island, New York. It was established in 1942 to protect New York from enemy attacks during World War II. Later, during the Cold War, it was converted into an Air Force radar station and finally closed completely in 1982. Inside this base, there are large cannons, bunkers, and some strange buildings that look a lot like a fishing village. It is said that this camp has secret tunnels and laboratories underground. A book published in the 1990s claimed that secret experiments on human mind control and time travel were conducted here. San Francisco Chinatown Tunnel, California. Under San Francisco's Chinatown are many basements and narrow passages that connect old buildings to each other. According to many, these tunnels were used as secret hideouts for smuggling or gambling in the past. However, according to researchers, most of these mysterious stories are fiction. In the past, to attract tourists, guides often claimed that these tunnels extended far underground, which is not at all true. They were actually parts of buildings that were connected over time. Mount Weather, Virginia. On the other hand, hidden deep in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia is a very secret underground bunker called Mount Weather. Although it was initially known as a simple weather station, it was converted into a secure shelter during the Cold War. Its main purpose is to protect the US government in the event of a major national disaster or nuclear attack. Inside this bunker, there are all the necessities of life such as electricity, clean water, food, shelter, and medical facilities, etc. Surprisingly, it even has its own radio and television station. But only high-ranking officials are allowed to enter this extremely high-security facility, except for ordinary people. Its walls and doors are so strong that it can easily survive a nuclear bomb. Denver Airport Tunnel, Colorado. There is a huge tunnel system under Denver International Airport in Colorado that is not open to the general public. The tunnels were built to transport cargo and passengers between terminals. However, it is said that there are many mysterious theories about these tunnels. Some believe that they are actually secret government bunkers that are kept for emergency use. Others believe that the airport is somehow connected to the Illuminati or aliens, although no reasonable evidence has been found to support these claims so far. Cincinnati Abandoned Subway, Ohio. An unfinished subway or underground railway system under the streets of Cincinnati, Ohio. It was started in the 1920s with the aim of rapid transportation, but it stopped operating after only 2 miles of track were built. Due to lack of funding and political opposition, the project could not proceed. In addition, the Great Depression and the increase in the use of private cars gradually reduced the need for this subway. To this day, no trains run in these tunnels and the stations have never seen the faces of passengers. Diefenbunker, Ottawa, Canada. Have you heard of an underground bunker located near Ottawa, Canada? It is called the Diefenbacher. The purpose of its construction was to protect Canada's top leaders from nuclear attacks during the height of the Cold War. This 4-story bunker is made of very thick concrete and steel. It is capable of providing food, water, and electricity to about 500 people for a month. There is even an office, a hospital, a radio station, and even a vault to store Canada's gold inside the bunker. Moreover, a special type of blast door has been used to protect it from the shockwave of a nuclear explosion. NORAD Complex, North Bay, Canada. A large underground bunker was built in North Bay, Ontario, Canada during the Cold War. It was used to protect North America from air attacks and nuclear missiles. Located about 60 stories below ground, this bunker was able to withstand powerful bombings. It had its own power and water supply and could shelter more than 400 people. It was originally associated with NORAD, or North American Aerospace Defense Command, and was used to monitor the airspace. Fermilab Underground Complex, Illinois. Fermilab, located near Chicago, Illinois, is a huge science laboratory that many people don't know about. It has long underground tunnels that are used to study the smallest particles in the universe. Scientists use a device called a particle accelerator to push particles together at high speeds. This allows them to gain knowledge about the origin of atoms and the creation of the universe. Before it was closed in 2011, it was home to one of the world's largest accelerators, the Tevatron. Houston Downtown Tunnel, Texas. Just beneath the city of Houston, Texas, lies a 7-mile-long network of tunnels. These tunnels were built in the 1930s to connect office buildings, hotels, restaurants, and banks underground. Thousands of workers use them every day to escape the scorching heat of Houston. After World War II, when Houston became a commercial hub, the use of this tunnel network grew rapidly. It is a remarkable example of the city's excellent urban planning. Chicago Underground, Illinois. Hidden beneath the city of Chicago is a world of tunnels and passages that are bound to amaze you. In the early 1900s, more than 60 miles of small rail tunnels were built to transport goods, coal, and mail. For many years, these tunnels were forgotten, but after a flood in 1992, they came back to people's attention. Some believe that criminals use these routes to move secretly. Chicago also has pedways or internal walkways that help you get from one building to another. Dulce Base, New Mexico. Many believe that a top-secret underground base exists under the Arceleta Mesa Mountain near the city of Dulce, New Mexico. It is rumored to be 7 stories deep and is jointly operated by the US government and aliens. There are rumors that strange experiments are conducted here by mixing human DNA with alien DNA. Local residents occasionally claim to see UFOs or mysterious lights in the sky. A man named Phil Snyder claimed that he helped build this base and was injured in a battle with aliens. Dallas Pedestrian Network, Texas. A vast chain of tunnels and sky bridges runs beneath Dallas's main commercial district. It stretches for about 30 blocks and connects hotels and office buildings. It was built in the 1970s to relieve the heat and traffic. It was once a living underground city filled with shops and restaurants. Although much of it is now abandoned or closed, some still have food courts and offices. Using it is like stepping into a lost world. Oklahoma City Underground. There is a tunnel about a mile long under Oklahoma City that connects the city's major buildings and parking garages. Built in the 1930s, the tunnel was expanded in the 1970s. It was originally used by people to escape bad weather. It was once known as the Concourse and housed many shops. Today it is simply known as the Underground and is open to the public on weekdays. Iron Mountain Storage, Pennsylvania. Iron Mountain, a massive underground warehouse built 220 feet below the ground in an old limestone mine in Pennsylvania, houses government documents, important audio recordings, and rare archaeological artifacts. The 1.7 million square foot facility even has its own streets, lights, and address. Covered in a 24-hour security blanket, the temperature and humidity of the place are artificially controlled. It is worth noting that musician Ozzy Osbourne once came here to see the master copy of his famous song. Detroit Salt Mine, Michigan. There is a huge salt mine 100 miles long, 1,100 feet below the city of Detroit. Covering an area of about 1,500 acres, this mine is mainly used to melt ice on roads. These salt layers were formed from a dried-up sea about 400 million years ago. Mining began here in 1910. Today, salt is collected from the walls with the help of modern equipment, and large pillars of salt have been placed to prevent the mine from collapsing. It is currently closed to the public. Guanajuato Tunnel, Mexico. A vast network of tunnels runs beneath the historic city of Guanajuato, Mexico. Originally built in the 1800s to control river flooding, they were later widened and converted into underground roads. Today, these tunnels are used as roads to ease traffic congestion in the city. These paths pass under mountains, houses, and old churches. Locals use these tunnels to get from one end of the city to the other without sunlight. Puebla Secret Tunnels, Mexico. In 2015, centuries-old secret tunnels were discovered beneath the city of Puebla, Mexico. Until now, they were considered only a myth or folklore. These tunnels, about 10 kilometers long, were built to accommodate horses. According to historians, these tunnels, built in the 1500s, helped the Mexican army win the War of 1862. During the excavation, old weapons, toys, and everyday objects were found here. Currently, a part of it is open to tourists. Dune Caverns, South Dakota. A huge cave has been built inside an abandoned gold mine in South Dakota. It is part of a scientific project called the Deep Underground Neutrino Experiment, or DUNE. Scientists study the extremely small and mysterious particles called neutrinos here. Each chamber is about the size of a football field and as tall as a 7-story building. About 800,000 tons of rock were removed to create this huge laboratory. Raven Rock, Pennsylvania. There are some underground cities in America that cannot be found on maps. One of them is Raven Rock. This secret city, located in Pennsylvania, was originally built as a shelter for the US government during a nuclear war. Located about 768 feet deep in the ground, this bunker can withstand any powerful nuclear explosion. To prevent the vibration of the explosion, a huge weight door mounted on a special type of spring has been used here. This entire complex has 5 buildings, each of which is 15 floors high. There are thousands of people living here and all kinds of necessary office facilities, which is why it is called a complete underground city.